Hi, welcome to Elaine Enlightenings's video blog number 47. We're here in Bali in the heart of Ubud. I'm staying at the Pertui Hotel. It's very lovely. I'm sitting on the veranda of my pool villa, and today I'm going to tell you a couple of stories of what happened on my trip that led me to see that it was trust in God that I was lacking. Whenever we're not trusting ourselves, we're really not trusting God. We can't separate the two because our higher self already knows that we're one with God. So everything else that is a conflict that we created to that in the lower mind. And I shared yesterday that I discovered this pattern of trust, of lack of trust. And that awareness has really benefited me a lot already and helped to create a shift. And I wanted to share with you what a couple things that happened so you can see the pattern that I'm talking about, and it might help you to tune into areas in your own life and be able to see how it all fits together. Well, it's also a part of the deserved issue. I want to get that in there. It's really also what I'm going to share with you is the fact that I proved that I didn't think I was deserving or worthy. And so here I was flying business class, and I've done that before, and I've flown first class, but not internationally. And this was a totally new experience, and it was wonderful. So I was sitting in a business lounge for the first time, a very nice business lounge, and I was struggling to get my internet to work, and I struggled with it to stay on. I knew the airport had free internet, and it just didn't want to work. And they kept, showing me that you could purchase an hour, you could purchase a day or two worth of internet. And of course I was like, why would I want to do that when it's free? But obviously they're saying they can give me better internet, and it wasn't working. So I didn't do that, but it was tempting. And then at one point, I actually looked at the piece of paper that I saw on the table from the time I first came into that lounge, but I never read it. And there it was. It had a password and username for the internet available in that lounge, which was higher speed than what I was trying to use free with the airport. And there it was, working beautifully after that. But it was also almost time for me to board my plane. And during that same period of time, it was my first experience in the business lounge. They said they would come and get me. They'd announce it, and then they would come get me. Now, because I was flying Singapore Air, these were people with accents, and I wasn't sure if I'd hear them or understand them when they did call me. And I didn't really understand that they were going to walk me down, but I saw that that's what they were going to do. I did realize that's what they do. Anyway, so there was another trust thing. Very hard to relax. I'm in this lounge where I can't see anything. I can't see whether my gate announcements are saying that I've changed gates. I can't see if the plane's there. I'm in this beautiful lounge. There's food and drinks and internet access as well as outlets, and yet I was having a struggle relaxing as it got closer to my time to board. And they come and get us so that we don't have to sit out there. We just can go right onto the airplane. That's the whole point of this lounge. So very interesting. And then I was like the last one in the lounge to be taken out. And she came and got the other woman and said, it wasn't quite time for me. And so I said, okay, I'm going to go to the restroom. And then when I came out, it was the lady that had been sitting there left, all the ladies, it was new women, and they were like, are you flying out on Singapore Airlines? I said, yeah. And she was like, they just called you. So then I was walking this long walk by myself instead of with the woman. Very interesting. And I felt a little stressed because I was the only one there and wondered if I was late. And so you can also see that it was about being in control or not being in control, right? So if I let go of control of my own life and trust God instead, then there wouldn't be any reason to fret and worry about anything. So it was interesting because a couple of other experiences that I had on the plane showed that I didn't think I deserved or was worthy to receive the same care as other people. And as a mom for the last 32 years, it's a challenge to let go and let other people take care of you when you think you've got to be the one taking care of everyone else. So basically, as I was uploading that yesterday's video blog, it occurred to me another lesson in Course in Miracles, the key to happiness. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. And I realized how well that fit with what was going on, because I realized that this was about forgiving myself. That's what forgiveness is all about. We have all kinds of misconceptions about forgiveness that we've been taught, but it really is just about forgiving ourselves for the part of our mind that we've created to be in conflict with God and with our higher self mind that already knows the truth. And so I've been focusing on that lesson today. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. And I'm keeping my video blogs pretty short because of how I don't want to bog down the internet here with uploading long videos. I'm very grateful that the internet is working. The phone lines are down, so it's a blessing that it is working so well. And I'm thinking if I just keep the videos short, that'll be help to everyone, and yet at the same time it can still share. So I'm going to read just one part of this lesson, 121. You can go to wikipedia.com and get it for free, and on Course in Miracles. And I'm just going to read this one little section of this whole lesson, which is fabulous, and then I'll finish. Forgiveness is acquired. Actually, I must have rolled it. That wasn't quite what I wanted. Here we go. The unforgiving mind is torn with doubt, confused about itself and all it sees, afraid and angry, weak and blustering, afraid to go ahead, afraid to stay, afraid to waken or to go to sleep, afraid of every sound, yet more afraid of stillness, terrified of darkness, yet more terrified at the approach of light. What can the unforgiving mind perceive but its damnation? What can it behold except the proof that all its sins are real? So the phrase that the lesson ends with this, and this is what I'm focusing on every chance I get, and at least once an hour. Forgiveness is the key to happiness. I will awaken from the dream that I am mortal, fallible, and full of sin, and know that I am the perfect Son of God. Okay. Elaine Enlightening from Bali. Have a blessed day. See you next time. Bye-bye.